gotta go. So I apologize to you guys. I'll get you. But if you need something real bad, you know, I know we're busy, but if you need something real bad, please call in Jennifer and she'll come help you. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Love to you all. And find your peace, find your joy, and you'll only find it in the present moment. Remember, be here now always. Love to all of you. Bye-bye. 1 hour, huh? Okay. I'm back. I've been given an hour. Just got to Darby was such a great soul, YouTube viewer, and you know what I love about you guys? You guys really are getting it, and it's just, you know, you guys are amazing. You guys are really amazing. Just can't say enough good things about each and every one of you guys. Talked to Kelly, working out her thyroid issue there. Kelly, the reason I didn't, sound like you got a good medical doctor there, but iodine can actually, especially inorganic iodine, potassium iodine, can actually stay in the thyroid and hyperstimulate it. That's why the glandulars are so much better than, let's say, because you can't tolerate the synthroid. All right, so let's go on, and I'm going to keep on going down this line because I am really back behind. When Chris prints this off real small, it's really hard for me to see this because it's real little bitty print here. There's a few Big Brother there suppressing them. Yeah, I know it's sad that this was a comment about the FDA and FTC and all this suppressing man's rights and freedoms, and that's what happens when our parents were sleeping. My parents were sleeping. They let the government get away with just about anything they wanted, totally trusting in them. And if you look at most politicians, they're definitely a few cards short of a full deck. It's amazing. Yeah, a lot of propaganda out there, but you guys are going through that propaganda, and of course, spiritually, as you grow, you see through that propaganda. Unfortunately, the herd is trapped in it, and so as different individuals from the herd breaks off, they'll join our YouTube channel and they'll join our cause, and they're all over the world, everywhere. Had some good folks from the Radhaswami here yesterday. Let me see here, what else here? Restless leg syndrome. I talked about that yesterday on a video. Chris is behind. We are short of help here. You know, when people go on vacations and stuff, we just really hurt us because we don't, we've always been a company that didn't borrow money and it's made us suffer. We didn't have the money to advertise ourselves or anything, so it's made us suffer, but then we're not slammed in debt either. And that's a big issue. You know, just what we're going through in the government and our personal lives. The more in debt we are, the more payments we have, the more bills, and hard to make it. Restless leg syndrome, of course, is definitely the lower back. It can come up, but the lower back there's a bit of an issue for you. That's the kidneys, and that's L4 and L5. Generally, 3 and 6 can go. I mean, all of that. Then you get these little lumps that's just above the hips there. That's your lymph ganglia there. They can swell up like a node, lymph nodes there, and really be painful. Again, this is all the kidneys not filtering the lymph. And so you want to get to that. Any neuropathy after time will repair itself, and everybody's good. I think there was a comment about some numbness in the arms and stuff. Again, when the lymph system impacts, you know, that lymph system is what makes you stiff and tight and sore. That's acids. That's not something weird and freaky. That's a fact of a fluid not filtering very well, and that's the lymph system. So that's going to go back to your kidneys there. Can we move the acid out of our body quickly? Or is that a slow process like all else in the arena of detoxification? Absolutely. There are some people that have the strong constitutions that didn't have the dairy products that, yeah, they seem to accelerate down the road. There are. Like this Darby is growing, just from the raw foods, he's growing hair back on his head. It just won't grow too far, but it's growing. So just on raw food alone. So when you accelerate lymph drainage and you use upper circulation, his hair is going to start growing all over the place. And that's what it is. A lot of people don't understand that not having hair is a sign of dis-ease. It's a sign of acidosis. It's not a good sign to be balding. You know, that means acid on the brain, basically. Yeah, someone answered that really well. Linda, yeah, here's the Linda Raven. Oh, come, baby, go after that. Oh, now you're the one that asked the question. It was Brood Strange. That's a heck of a name, man. Brood Strange. That conjures up a lot of different ideas. But yeah, you guys are. I almost. There's going to be a day I don't have to answer these at all. You guys are gonna just incredible. I love you all. I love this comment here, and this is from Lorenzo. I think health comes from a happy heart. Boy, you couldn't have said it better. This is so true. When we see those people that are advanced states, that are on the deathbeds, if they don't open up that heart channel, they don't make it. Guaranteed. You're just not going to make it. That heart frozen, it freezes you up just like an acid rock. Definitely that heart center is essential to open. And then the love flows through. The love is an alkaline healing force. And absolutely, you know, you couldn't have said it better, dear one. Absolutely. I appreciate you guys buying my book. I really do. I hope you enjoy that book. It took me a lot of years to write it. Not to actually write it, but because you can't almost shut me up sometimes, you know, when it comes to this field. But there's so many books on the market. And the problem is there's so much propaganda. After a while, I quit reading because I didn't want to know anybody else's opinions. I wanted to look more at how nature does it. What's more factual? We talked about that earlier on this video, even though it's a continuation of that, of how we, you know, how our ability to see truth is aberrated through the mind and the conditioning of the mind from societies, you know, and from the elders or from the government or whatever source, you know. All about power, control. Religions do the same thing with their people, to the point where some people are afraid of God. I know I saw a sign on some Baptist church one time that says, to fear God is to, and it was like, what? To fear yourself, to fear who creates you? You know, I mean, this is the sort of thing that we must overcome. Why are you calling me? Yeah? Oh, you can do that. Add that if you want. Yeah, you can do that. Darby, I forgot to add the prostate formula, but you really didn't need it. I mean, the kidneys will clean, but she wanted to know the prostate formula on there. This is a question regarding this Cindy. Your dad's 81. That's pretty darn good. A raw foodist for over 20 years. That's pretty darn good, honey. But he has the following problem. He urinates several times a night. He has to get up 3 or 4 times every night. He has a prostate test done, and it said that the prostate size is normal. Well, that's a finger size then. But the bladder is always 3/4 full, and the urinary tract has calcifications. Well, you know, I don't know how raw he was as a raw foodist, but right, he's having urinary tract problems. He's having, you know, acidosis of the kidneys. Shows that the lymph system in his body isn't filtering well through the kidneys and bladder. So he's maybe getting a little broken down there. Get him off of all protein, of course. Get him on high fruits, berries and melons, a lot of grapes if he'll do it. I mean, if he's a raw foodist, it should be, for 20 years, it should be like nothing. Definitely use the kidney formulas. I would use both kidney formulas on him at his age. You know, how's these ankles look? Are they red? Are they swollen? That's a sign of kidney failure. Any congestive heart failure, sign of kidney failure. But a raw foodist for 20 years at 81 shouldn't have any of these problems. But again, you know, you've got genetics and you know, I mean, just, you know, I've had a lot of raw foodists in here. And so the herbs are the magic healers. You're going to do better using them with him. I would also go after his adrenal glands. If he has high blood pressure, you know that's kidneys right off anyway. So check him out and see him in that way. And really get him on the fruits, berries, and melons. Maybe a salad a day. At his age, he probably doesn't eat a lot anyway. And I'd keep him more on fruits and things like that. Save his digestion, how's his teeth, you know. But a raw foodist for 20 years should have all the teeth. Most of these natural hygienic people up in their 90s all have their original teeth. So we'll see, you know, but calcification, it's just showing you that the bladder's weak too, the good kidney form, lots of parsley in his diet, of course, but really get up on the higher fruit and that'll start cleaning that calcify out of there. And, I mean, if he's got calcifications, that could be painful coming out of him. If he gets too much calcifications, you might have to do the magnesium and B6. You can call him in here for directions. That breaks up kidney stones and calcify and the kidneys and bladder. But really want to get on that fruit diet better. You know, you can check several things. He's parathyroid, see if he bruises easy. You know, things like that. At his age, if he is, pick up on that parathyroid, get some Calma Plus, and go down that road with him. I want it to be labeled with any particular. Yeah. This is we were talking about this early on yesterday or today about not being labeled with any particular type of God. I don't care what word you give the supreme deity, the supreme being, but I think the biggest problem is don't separate yourself from it. Don't if you play this game of here's me, little old me, and there's God, the big wonderful big thing, that's still throwing you away from it. By living in the moment, you absorb and become a part of it, and that's better. The other is like the Chila and the Master, the Seeker, the known and the unknown, and you're always inferior to that which is. And so there's insecurity, doubt, fears in that level. When you work in the present moment and you absorb and become a part of it, you're fulfilled, you're full. There's no insecurity. And then we talked about that earlier with the young man that wants to take off and go into the woods. You can do that. I've done that, and I wouldn't deny that to anybody. Don't have to, but if you need to, that's when you'll become the one. When you take the time to lose the small self, you'll gain the big self, and the big self is one, tied to everybody else's big selves, the supreme being. So I've been detoxifying for a while, and lately I've been getting this tingling sensation in a certain spot on my back. Yeah, it could be parasitic. Yeah, it could be. So you want to take up on that parasite imagery for a while or something like those, and really, you know, see if that's it. Of course, it could be nerve endings and things like that, too, and acidosis and little spasms and stuff. It could be, and it could be parasitic. So you just keep on going. Yeah, very intriguing. How about that app? I know. You just, it's miraculous. Look at Cintron and what he got out. I mean, this is cool stuff, man. Cintron, you're cooking down the road, young man. Really proud of you. But look at what you got out, bro. I mean, I'm hearing this secondhand, but it's like, wow. I mean, it's just amazing. And women, I've seen some women get out some really wow stuff out of them, vaginally, you know. It's good to clean the body. It's good to clean the body. What can you say? It's a machine constantly using chemistry, one level or another. Metabolism, respiration, transmutation. And so there's always residues. So it's always good to clean the body. What's weird about that?